Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So if you guys would like to see how I make this simple, delicious quesadilla, then keep on watching. So these are all the things that I ended up using to make the quesadillas. I will have everything listed down below if you are interested. So for starters, you want to go ahead and cut up your onion. I'm using a half an onion, and I kind of cut up, not really minced, but fairly small. So you want to go ahead and start that off. This is how I like to start off my my quesadillas. I like to go ahead and cut up the onions first and all that good stuff. So afterwards, you want to go ahead and put your skillet to about a medium heat and use an oil of your choice. Right now I have pure vegetable oil on hand, so that's what I'm going to be using. I like to go ahead and heat the skillet up and put the oil in there while I am finished cutting up like the tomatoes and stuff like that. So right here, I'm just evenly coating my pan so I can go ahead and get prepped to start browning my meat. So you want to go ahead next and cut up the tomatoes, and I'm kind of cutting them the same size as I cut the onions up, just because when you put them inside of your quesadilla, the quesadilla is not real bulky, and you know, you have really big tomatoes in there. So I would advise you guys to cut them up fairly small. Next, I'm just taking my mixed ground turkey and my ground beef, and I'm going to brown this in the skillet. So afterwards, you will want to go ahead and start to add your minced garlic and your onions inside of the mixture. And I go ahead and follow that with using this taco seasoning that I got from Aldi. A lot of the products I got from Aldi. So I just like to sprinkle it on there, and you know, like while the meat is fairly raw still, just so it can really marinate and get inside of the meat. So afterwards, you just want to continue to grind up your meat with the seasoning and all that good stuff. And then I add water to it, just a little bit, so the meat doesn't get dry. And it's kind of like simmering in its juices. Next, I will be adding onion powder to my meat as well. So afterwards, I like to add a little bit of salt to it, just for a little bit more flavor. And this is exactly how I do my taco meat as well. I just kind of like to add a little bit more salt to it. It's not salty, but you know, I just like to add a little bit more flavor to it. So just my preference. Okay guys, so while the meat is simmering, I'm just transferring the tomatoes over into the bowl with the avocado, because this is going to be the filling to go inside of the quesadilla. So the meat has been cooking for a while now, and the next thing I like to do is put some pieces of cilantro in it. I don't know what it is about cilantro, like it's really, really good to me. I love the flavor that it brings out inside of, you know, like tacos and stuff like that. So yeah, it's something that I absolutely love to have on hand when I'm making any Mexican dish. So this is what the meat looks like after it is completely done. I ended up transferring the meat to a bowl to kind of let it cool off just a little bit. And then next, I'm just taking out the flour shells, and I'm just going to be prepping it on my cutting board. Okay guys, so what you want to do next is go ahead and put your cheese on your shell. And then you want to go ahead and start adding your meat filling to it. You can add as little to as much as you want to. And then afterwards, I'm just going ahead and putting my tomato and my avocado on. It just kind of like fills in the quesadilla to me, so that's why I like adding it. And then you want to go ahead and top it off with some more cheese and another shell. And then right here, I'm just testing the oil and making sure it's hot and evenly distributed through the skillet. And then you just want to go ahead and place your quesadilla onto the skillet. So I just kind of like to press the quesadilla down so it makes sure the cheese is like melted and everything sticks together like glue. And then I like to lift it periodically to see how crispy it is at the bottom. So guys, while the other quesadilla is cooking, I'm just going to go ahead and do the next quesadilla. And right here, I'm just preparing. These quesadillas were for my children, so I didn't add a whole bunch of meat to it and all that. So after it's browned enough, you just want to go ahead and turn it over like so, and just continue to press it like I am, because I want to, I want it to like stick and form together. Then after it's been sitting for a while and I tested it on the other side to make sure it looks good, just want to go ahead and let it sit. And I'm just going ahead and transferring the other one. Okay guys, so right here I'm just cutting the quesadilla into fours. You can cut it into half if you want to, but I just like to cut it into fours because I like to dip my quesadilla in my sauce or whatever. So guys, after I cut them and all that good stuff, I just like to break them apart or whatnot. And look how cheesy that is, y'all. Yes, it was so delicious, guys. My family loved it, and I had to plate it. So this is the finished look after it's plated and all. And yeah, I just wanted to share this simple recipe with you. My family enjoys it, and I just wanted to share it with yours. So I will see you guys at my next video. Thanks so much for watching.